think the expectation gap in the auditing profession is something we have been discussing for years. And I think we need to be cognizant that it's there. And I think there's still a lot of education that is needed, particularly so that investors understand what's the framework, what are the limitations of that. I think people sometimes tend to get confused between assurance and insurance. And I think that needs to be clear.
First of all, I haven't been able to find a right or an accurate definition of what the public interest is. And that is something that I've been always asking myself. So how do we measure the public interest? And how do we measure, how can you decide if a particular standard is in that line or is not exactly going that way? So that's something I've been thinking about so many times, and actually I've been looking for academic literature, trying to join this academic research line, but haven't been able to find a particular one.
So where do we see a gap today? If we think about the fact that companies are reporting sustainability metrics, there are lots of sustainability disclosures out there. However, you may have an expectations gap or a misunderstanding with respect to whether stakeholders, investors included, are actually expecting that information to be audited. But in reality, only a handful of metrics are receiving assurance. These usually are metrics around emissions. And even then, the assurance that is provided is quite limited. So we're actually quite far away from the level of assurance that's provided when it comes to the financial statements.
As part of the expectation gap, society doesn't fully understand the auditor's role, and well, this is not new. Unless you are an auditor yourself or you have been working, you have some previous experience in an audit firm, or you have a relative or a friend, it is not easy to find out how is the job you're going to have when you join an audit firm.